Hello, Professor Skelton and Criminal Justice Class 201. Welcome to our latest video for our Ask 2 Fox 15 project. This week's question is from Jovan, who asked, how has the role of a police officer evolved over the years, especially in terms of policing and technology? Thanks for your question, Jovan. When I think about how policing has evolved, even in the time since I started my career at the beginning of 2006, it seems like so much has happened and we're required to wear even more hats than we were when I first started. Nowadays, there's just such a strain and demand put on all of the different systems, whether it's social services, Ministry of Children and Family Development, mental health services. And as patrol officers, we are the front line. We are the first responders who go interact with people and help to figure out what type of services and resources they need to be connected with to be able to find a long-term solution for whatever they're dealing with. So while we are not experts in these different fields, we are able to talk to people and expected to talk to people to help determine who we should be connecting them with so that they will get help from the appropriate experts to be able to find long-term and lasting solutions for whatever problems or challenges they're facing. When it comes to the evolution of policing and technology, the first thing that comes to mind for me is that when I first started my career, we didn't expect to be filmed all the time. I mean, sure, sometimes people would have, and I'm totally dating myself when I say this, but they'd carry around these tiny little cameras, like a Sony ELPH camera or a Canon PowerShot camera. And if you went out with your friends, you take your little camera in your pocket and you could snap some photos wherever you were. Well, some people would have those, so that was something to take into consideration, but not very many people did. And people weren't using social media the same way they are now, where everything is posted and posted instantaneously. It's basically live streamed sometimes. So the use of smartphones and how much the cameras have improved on smartphones is something that definitely has affected policing, because we're able to get video from many different sources when something is happening. If there's a crime or an incident happening, there's usually witnesses around who are filming it on their smartphones. So that can be helpful for police to get that video. There's also dash cams on cars now. Back when I started my career, that was really rare that anybody would have a dash cam. But now many private citizens have dash cams so they can record what goes on. So often when there's a crime, police agencies will ask for any witnesses who are driving through the area who may have dash cam of a certain area at a specific time, if they can provide that to the police department. So technology has definitely affected how we're able to do our jobs when it comes to investigations. And it also makes us more aware that we're always being filmed. We are always on camera. So we need to make sure we are always doing our jobs as professionally as possible, no matter what we're dealing with. Because the odds are someone is standing there recording us, and you never know when or where that video could surface. And as a police officer, we always have to be able to articulate and explain our actions.